Well, hello, and welcome, guys. As you probably noticed from the length of today's episode, it is not really the full length episode. Unfortunately, due to some technical issues, am not able to properly upload a full length topic based discussion as I normally do each week. And this is something that I think I tweeted out over on Twitter a few weeks back. It's the same issue I was having then as I'm having now, which is unfortunate, but it's just something that I've been trying to work on and just haven't had the time or the means to do so fully. Especially with this week work, I kind of got out a bit later than normal, and I mean it's fine. It was good. It was actually a good week, but it was just not, didn't give me as much time as I would have preferred to really focus on this outside of that golden hours that I have between work and going back to bed, and it's just something I need to work on and improve. But today I just wanted to sort of discuss real quick some of the things that we can kind of expect moving forward with this podcast, this brand, this whatever this is. And one of them I mentioned, I think the past few episodes, past few weeks, is having more sort of guest interactions and stuff like that. I really just want to make this more of a thing rather than just me having a discussion. I have plans to possibly bring in a family member of mine in order to discuss a potential relation to a rather well-known phenomena, at least within the paranormal sort of conspiracy realm, and any possible relation that might have within our family. I didn't really put those two to two together until actually going in and learning what the one conspiracy was, and then realizing that, my family actually has a story that's pretty much in line with that, and could potentially just be another case of it. And I definitely want to get an interview or something done and make that possible. Second, we have some progression when it comes to the not the realm. That's what this is. The Route 66 series that is going to be first uploaded onto Patreon each week, or each month, I should say, and then compiled into a sort of bonus thing for once a month, and then to have like 4 episodes all together, that sort of stuff. Those are being currently worked on. I haven't had the time to record any of them yet. However, you should be expecting them fairly soon as sort of my schedule winds down to be a bit more manageable overall, or at least acclimated in a way. What would the third one be? Third, next week, the episode that should have been coming out today was the Patreon poll winner of last month, which was in order to discuss the ghost stories and supernatural occurrences that were going on in the Gettysburg College and the surrounding area. So expect that. A poll should also be posting today or tomorrow over on Patreon for next month. And with that one, I haven't fully narrowed down the topic. However, it is going to be either something of an internet thing or a urban legend twist this month, whereas colleges were last month and monsters were the month before. So we're sort of making a sort of category thing when it comes to the polls, because I figured it'd be something fun to do rather than just having random topics that don't mean anything with one another. What would be next? I'm sort of running this off my head of the things that I've sort of been planning out with this brand. I do want to get some more artwork out there. I haven't really been able to do much aside from the logo and some banner work for the brand itself. However, I have lots of fun ideas that I really just want to have the time to be able to sit down and do. And I'm thinking of possibly making them live in a way. I have actually set up a Twitch account in order to do live streams. I know I have the YouTube channel, but YouTube Live isn't really the easiest thing to really fully do, and I know the channel is there, but that's really just a community place for me to post videos back in the day, and then the video format of the podcast whenever I get around to doing those, which I have a few backed up, so I will be posting those relatively soon within the coming weeks. But I have the Twitch account in order to set up some maybe live discussions, have some interviews set up, be able to read off some of the Q&As that I sort of have to plan, but maybe later on down the pipeline. And more importantly, this sort of art thing. Now, I have a few interesting ideas that I kind of want to run down. One in which being a Scooby-Doo theme thing, because honestly, I just love it so much, and I really want to make it something that's possible. I also have an idea when it comes to the genre of 50s and 60s monster movie posters and incorporating that into something new, as well as a potential book idea. Obviously, illustrative book, not an actual full book that's written out and researched fully. But it's been something that I've been wanting to do for years and years and years now. And I just haven't had the time. I just haven't had the time and the motivation and the resources to really do it. And right now I'm beginning to have them, so I sort of want to start those stepping stones and make it a thing. So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, those are the main key points that I really just wanted to run down with you guys. Again, probably the major things to get out from that were the Route 66 trip series that we are moving forward with, and I might possibly have friends hop on board with that in order to have it more of a road trip feel. And the interview aspect that I kind of want to incorporate further into upcoming episodes. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, if I'm going to have just friends and just people that I know personally come on board and record live face-to-face or over Skype or something like that, or if I'm going to ask new people that I, listeners or people that I've met through other podcasts. I definitely would like to do that. However, it's a bit harder to balance schedules like that when it's a stranger or an acquaintance or someone within the community rather than a friend or a family member or a coworker, someone their daily schedule for the most part. And it's something that I still need to sort of iron out, and I'm working on my schedule. I've got my calendar all planned out for a bit, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting end of the year for this podcast and this brand and where it might go, because 2 years on December 1st is going to be the transition for the podcast. And I believe, have just passed in June is when I started the YouTube account back in like 2015 or 2014. So that's either 5 or 6 years old at this point. So Realm of Unknown is 5 or 6 years old. I want to say 6 because the Facebook page that me and a friend back in high school used to make, and that didn't go anywhere. And then high school ended, and then I started the YouTube channel, and then college became a thing, and I became a podcast, and it's a weird development. And I definitely have a lot of thanks to my friend Emily, who actually was the one that constantly had the discussion with me during high school to even, work up the courage to even make this sort of thing, or even just make it a possibility. So huge thanks to her. She's really amazing. I really want to get her on for an episode. I just don't know for what yet, and I have to just discuss that with her, and we'll see where that goes. But again, things are moving forward, and I hope everyone's doing okay during this crazy times. And I'm excited for this, and I hope you guys are too in some regard. And again, I apologize for there not being a full episode release for this week. There will be for next week. It's going to be the Gettysburg College Patreon poll winner from the month of July to be August's winner. It's a confusing format, I know, but it's just what it is. And I look forward to that episode with you guys. And again, hope you guys are doing well. Remember to stay spooky.